Okay, I'm going to be demonstrating a visible braid or inverted braid or Dutch braid as it sometimes is called. I want to start with a triangular section on the top of her head going from the outside corner of her eyes, creating a triangle all the way to the apex of her head, the high point of her head. When we make a parting, we want to make sure that we don't lift the tail of the comb until we're through our parting. So I'm going to start on my right side and bring that all the way to the apex. I'm going to come onto the left side and I'm going to start at the hairline above her eye and make a triangular section all the way to the apex. And this is what the section should look like. All right. Now, I'll brush her hair out so that it's nice and smooth. When we are doing a inverted braid, we start with our section on the top and we divide that section into 3 equal strands. And I am going to take the outside pieces, bring them underneath the middle strand to become the middle piece. So I'm going to do that on the right side and then the left side. And then every time after that, I'm going to be adding hair to that strand that becomes the new middle piece. So I'm holding my last cross with my pointer finger underneath and my thumb on top. My middle finger comes underneath that and I clamp with my pointer finger and my middle finger. I clamp that section that's going to become the new middle section and I add hair, a slice of hair all the way from the hairline to the design. Smooth that out. And we want to always make sure that one hand has control of the design. The other hand is free to grab the sections and to smooth out the hair. So that's my new middle piece that I just added hair to. Now my right hand's going to take control of the braid with my pointer finger right on the scalp and the thumb pressing against there. My middle finger comes underneath. I clamp that section that's going to be the new middle section. I'm going to come along from the hairline and create a slice of hair all the way to the design, smooth out that piece of hair so that the design is nice and smooth. There's my new middle section. I'm just going to keep going back and forth from side to side, bringing the outside piece underneath to the middle and adding hair to it. I'm going to keep just going back and forth. And what we're looking for is that the sections are even and the tension is even. So if you have a loose tension, then have a loose tension throughout the whole design. If you have a tight tension, then have a tight tension throughout the whole design. As we move down the back of the head with our braid, we want to make sure that we get our client to tilt her head a little bit forward. And we want to make sure that we are keeping our hands close to the head to keep the design close to the head. We just keep going back and forth, always making sure that one hand has control of the braid and the other hand is free to grab a section and to keep that tension that you've created. And as I work down past the occipital, I want to make sure that I'm bringing her head forward again so that I can keep that tension even all the way through the hair design. Once I have grabbed all the loose hair, I finish off the braid down to the ends, and I secure that with an elastic. There you have a nice inverted braid. And if you want to take your comb and just smooth out those sections so that they're not so separated,